Welcome back. Tickled to death you show back up. So I've got all this glass here in the background that needs replaced. I wasn't going to replace it. I thought that I had a spare glass and I was just going to deal with the rest of it, but it turns out I do not have a spare glass, so I'm gonna have to replace all of it. Why not? You can't hide money. You can't hide money. Welcome to this episode in the garage.
What will help me? I know you want me. Well, I want you to. What will you do?
First thing that we need to do is get the old glass out. And when we get the glass out, we're going to take some extra time to clean these frames up a little better. Several. I think it was a short. I made a video on cleaning this stainless up. It's not stainless, actually. It's chrome. But with the glass out of it, we'll be able to do a little better job of getting this apart. Or a little better job of cleaning it, rather. Now I'm going to put some gloves on because this glass is broke. So y'all hang tight. Let's see if we can get this glass out of here. Get our glass out of here. This came from Classic Industries. Hopefully it ain't broke. We've got our frame polished up, or at least as polished as I'm getting it. Hopefully none of this is broke. There we go. Got the numbers and all that good stuff. Alright, let's see about getting this put together, shall we? So I'm going to drop a truth bomb on you real quick. I have never in my life done this, nor have I ever seen it done. But I'm going to assume this is, the frame goes this way, and we bury the glass into that frame, and then we bolt the frame to that, that is going to put our glass out here on the edge where we need it to be. Oh, I'm a thinking and thinking, and I'm thinking, I'm just going to let you know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be easier to put this down in this track first. I think like that. And then put our glass in. So let's go ahead, douse this down with a little bit of Windex. And let's see which end is what. This end here bolts on here. Now, this is the inside. You can tell it's the inside because of where the screws are at. This is the inside of the door, and we want to read this from the outside of the vehicle. So let's set you down here. Let's put you up here and let's just see. I don't know. Let's just see. Tell you what we are going to do. I'm going to spray this glass too. As I have a feeling we're going to need all of the slipperiness. I just have that feeling.
As I stood there, looking at my reflection, there was something I could not speak out loud. There were people gathering around me here, holding hands, singing prayers. What I saw up in the sky that night, I tell you nothing else compares. Then I turned around and I screamed out loud, and I said, mirror, mirror on my wall, will I make it through this ruthless fall? Mirror, mirror on my face, is it confusion of eternal grace? I said yes, yes. I woke up early this morning, washed my hands, cleaned my face, chasing useless dreams. And I scream, mirror, mirror on my wall, will I make it through this ruthless fall? Mirror, mirror on my face, is a confusion of eternal grace. Yeah, yeah. Can you show me the meaning of life? Can you show me why there's so much pain and so much strife? Well, I know you in the fields of eternity, will you sit and wait for me here? Mirror, mirror on my wall, will I make it through this ruthless fall?
Alright, so I think maybe I might have it figured out. I don't think the glass goes as far up and into the channels as I thought it did. So I bottomed the glass out all the way to the top of this channel and all the way to the back of this channel. And when I went to put this piece on, it moved this bottom piece up so far that the bolt holes wouldn't line up. And I thought I had the wrong size glass for a second, but I do not. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and put a bolt in to get this held together so I don't feel like I'm fighting a grease pig. Let me go ahead and put the other one in here. And I don't want these tight yet because I've still got some maneuvering I've got to do. Alright. Now that that is held still. Now, let's set this down in here. I think. Just like so. And I believe that that has got it. I think. So let's go ahead. Glass installed. Now I'll come back and cut this off. We still have one more piece that we have to put in, which is our trim piece that goes all the way around this lip. This should be fun. I suggest all of y'all do this. Everyone that's watching, just go outside, take all the glass out of your car and replace it. For no other reason other than gaining some humility and patience. That should have went in at the same time the glass did, but I am not taking it back apart to get it in there. It's gonna go in one way or another, and I know what's going on. I just don't know exactly what to do to fix it. So I'm gonna smoke on it a minute and see what I come up with. So I smoked on it, and this is what I come up with. Just keep squeezing. What's the worst that can happen? Bust the glass out of it? That'd be a good reason for me to go take a nap. Believe we got it. And I have an awesome piece of glass in my finger. Grand. So I did not notice until I was looking straight down on this thing, but the left side of that glass is 1/4 of an inch longer than the right side. Did not know that. It just so happened somehow I managed to put that first piece of glass in correctly. Oh well, thought I'd point that out. I guess the only thing I can think of is, you know, your letters will be legible from the outside. That's the only reason I turned it the way I did. But we got lucky. This time we're going to be right on purpose. So I got my glass setting tape in there, and I think I'm going to try to do this a different way, I think. So this would be the inside, just like so. I think what I'm going to try to do is go ahead and have this in here. And it goes in between this piece and the tape. We'll go ahead and set it in. I think this is going to be the easiest way to do this. I could be very, very wrong. The reason I say I could be wrong is because it closes that gap up and is going to make it harder to get the glass in, I think. Go ahead and spray it down. Right in the eye. Right in the eye. Well, my retina will be good and clean. Now, I'm just going to, I guess, we'll put it in up here. Just maybe slide it into place. Spin you up this way. Go ahead and sit you in here. I think. Nope. I think that's going to be the problem with having that piece of trim in there at the same time, because it really closes that gap up and makes it really hard to get this glass in. But we are going to try. Go ahead and spray this. Alright, now the problem that I'm seeing right now is that our rubber tape is in the way, I think. Maybe not. Man, as much as I would like. See, that's right. That is right. That looks good. Alright. Let's push it in, see what happens. Alright. It appears to be in. Alright, so that went in somehow. But it did, so I'm going to take the win. Now what we got to do is scoot this back up out of the way. Got to put the tape in here. about like so. Oh, I guess it'd be a good idea to clean the old stuff out of here. I wonder, I do, I can just start all the way over here. Well, I'm glad that glass is tempered. Just not enough hands. Y'all tell me when those holes line up. Still got a ways to go, don't we? Well, let's do this. How much farther we got? Well, a little bit more. How about now? Oh, pretty close. So there's both pieces of glass done. What a job. Glad that's behind me. Next. So now that we've got our back side glass windows done, if you're dealing with anything General Motors up to 67 and Ford up to 79, if I'm not mistaken, trucks I'm pretty sure of, somebody can straighten me out in the comments section, but you're going to have to contend with vent windows, and they can be cumbersome and pretty pretty aggravating, because there's a lot of parts in here. Some of them are riveted on and some of them are pressed in. You got a bunch of screws. A lot of that stuff don't want to come out, so they can be a little bit aggravating, but you're going to have to deal with them. So we're going to be replacing all of our rubber seals and our fuzzy strip back here that your driver's side, passenger side, front door windows right up and down in. So as you can see, I got a little jump start on you, but you can see how brittle this stuff is, and it's pretty aggravating. So I'll probably put you in fast forward, shut up, and get to digging this stuff out. So y'all hang tight, and we'll see what progress we can make.
shadows in the valley of death. Oh, I can still see the fire coming from my breath. Well, I'm not going to admit it, but my faith is in the wind, and I tried to find the cleanliness in the bosom of your crib now. Here I go laying brick by brick to the room. People say that we're sick from this room. That could feed me week by week, set to the doom. And I gotta stay in tune now. As I look into the light and I can see your face, trying to find the existence of this horrible place now. And then you reach down.
All right. So now we have to get this rubber strip out right here. And in order to do that, if you'll look at the new one, you'll see these pins that come through. That's what holds this on. But if you'll notice down in there, you can't get to them. So in order to get to them, you've got to get this channel out. And this channel on the original is two parts. You have the top part and you have the bottom part. And we'll be replacing all of that. So the first thing we need to do is get this channel out. It's held in with one rivet right down here, but we're not going to drill through that rivet. We're just going to break this off, and then we'll, if there's any spare metal in there, we'll get that out. But this should just pry right up out of there. Just like so. Like I said, we'll just break that off right there at the end. Just like that. And you've got just your little bitty piece of metal down there at the end, and we'll just get some needle nose pliers or a die grinder, and we'll grind that down straight and flat. Now you can see you can get to all of those tabs, and really it is that simple to get that off. All right, now this bottom piece of fuzzy guide, what we'll do is we will drill through just this bottom rivet right here. You have two rivets, and that's what holds this part of the frame and this brace to your channel. That one, and that one. And we'll get that bottom piece of channel off. May not come far enough on this one, we'll see. Yeah. And there is that. Just like so. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning up, and we'll get to putting this thing back together. So, putting this gasket in, if you'll notice, hopefully you can see, this thing has got a channel, not a channel, but a lip on the inside of it. That goes inside that channel. That's what holds this thing in. So usually what I like to do is get it all the way to the end here where I know it goes, and peel this back and go ahead and set one side of that in, and then press the other side in. That way both sides are not fighting me at the same time. See how that is in now? So that's how I'll get these things in here. And the way that you know that you're lined up this way is this part of the vent window goes through a hole and goes down through here. So as long as your hole in your rubber and your hole in your frame are lined up, you're in good shape this way. So I'll go ahead and press this in, and see, there's your opening for your hole right there, and this is your hole. So we're good and lined up. And every once in a while, especially in these corners, you can use like a little screwdriver. I'm trying to not be in your way, and just push that down in there to help you out to get it squished back in these corners like they're supposed to be. So I'll get this pushed in here, and hopefully we'll be good and lined up. So now that we got our rubber seal in, sort of temporarily, we're going to go ahead and focus on this seal right here, and it will have to be trimmed to the right distance. I think these will do it. I think. Yep. Just like so. We'll have to bend these tabs over, which I'll tell you what will probably be easier before we bend those over would be go ahead and put the window in. That way it'll hold it in place, and then we'll put that in. So in order to get the window in, this thing has to come apart, which on yours you may, where this has a bolt, you may have a rivet, and if so, then you can accomplish the same thing by taking this screw right here loose. So let's get our window. And this is going to go in this way. We're going to hit this with something you don't ever see me spraying in this garage. And that is silicone. Because it is catastrophic to a paint job. But what we're going to do is we'll hit this little hole down here, and so that this will slide through a little bit easier. Won't fight us quite so much. Just like so. Now we can put our screw in the top.
I am looking out my window, and I wish that you were here, sitting tall for a little while. Well, I know you couldn't make it, and I know you really care. Sometimes I can be in denial. Though we may not see each other for many nights ahead, wanna make one request, and just keep me in your dreams, and I'll always keep you in mind. In our dreams we can settle the open seas and take up to the sky. Just keep me in your dreams, and I'll keep you in.
So we finally got our rubber seal in, and it fits really good. Sort of a rinky-dink kit that I bought, budget. But little trimming, little massaging, and maybe a few choice words, and we got that fit pretty dang good. So now what we've got to do is we're going to set our window channel in, and we'll get it lined up. And first thing you do, come down here and mark this thing. Just like so. And that's where we'll cut it off. So I'll cut this off and bring you back and we'll install it. Alright, so we got this cut off to length. So now what we have to do, put this into place. We gotta flip it over, and we're going to mark our holes where we need to drill, and we'll pop rivet this section on, and then we will silicone this upper section. And then we'll install it. What'd you do with my cap? I'll just use this one. All right, let me get this drilled and we'll get this thing set in and ready to go.
I keep you in my house. We started as friends, but we grew closer. Now I'm loving you more than I ever did. You know they say that absence does make the heart grow fonder. Cause the longer I'm gone from you, girl, the closer I get. Though we may not see each other for many nights ahead, I wanna make one request. Just keep me in your dreams.
So there we go. We have the vent windows done. And of course we'll leave that tape on there till the silicone sets up. Make sure that's bedded in there good. We got the 2 back windows done. They are ready to install as soon as the doors themselves are ready to have glass installed. So that is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I'm not real good at those intricate, craft that doesn't set still, no way to brace it, no way to hold it. It's just trying its best to get away from you, and you're trying your best to put it together. Very aggravating, especially for a person like me who has less than 0 patience. And I can hear you now already. No patience, yet you want to build cars. I never said I was smart, ever. I never said that in my defense. But anyway, if you've hung out this far, I greatly appreciate it. We're getting closer and closer, a little bit at a time. And this thing is starting to look like a car once again. Boy, that pollen is everywhere. I mean everywhere. Look at that junk. Good grief. I haven't even touched it. There's no sense in fooling with it because in 30 minutes it'll look just as bad. But if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. That way you're notified every time I release new content. Leave me a comment. Y'all been leaving some good comments. I greatly appreciate it. And till next time, y'all go do some work.